What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Logan, aka the Army Vet Trucker. If it's your first time here, I am an extra board line haul truck driver for ABF Freight. Today we are here in Dallas and I'm heading out right now. It's 4:52 in the morning and I've been here since 3 a.m. Yeah, we had some issues, had to go to the shop. Went out to the ready line and what was the first thing? The dolly, the converter dolly on this set, the one that was out there was it didn't have any ABS. So I went into the shop and he kind of troubleshot it for a minute, didn't know exactly how to handle it, and then he troubleshot that for a second, then couldn't really figure it out, and then after that he decided to swap it out with another one. So he brings in another gear, and the second one he brings in also doesn't have ABS. So then kind of troubleshot that one for a minute, decided to swap it again, and the third one he brought out, he got smart after two and brought out a real old one, probably 20 years old. The ones that are that old, 20, I mean, he maybe even, I think it's like 91 or 96 is the cutoff for ABS. So it's older than that. And we have still a lot of those floating around in our fleet. So he just brought an old one that didn't even have ABS. If it doesn't have ABS, it can't be broke, right? So anyways, no, we're heading out of Dallas now. We're heading to Tyler. We're doing the district double today. It's an extra district double, and I know that's a lot of lingo that probably not a lot of people understand. So district double is a slang word for our, it's a bid that leaves at 4 p.m. every day, and it basically just runs freight to our nearby terminals that are into line, like Waco from Dallas, Tyler from Dallas, Wichita Falls from Dallas. We run freight to them, and usually it's a double. So today I'm going to Tyler, then back to Dallas, then to Waco, then back to Dallas, and that'll be my day complete. And I already got 2 hours on the clock in the shop, so it's going to turn out, the miles aren't that great, but you do a lot of drop and hooking, so you make up for the miles in hourly. But anyways, no, we're heading out there to Tyler, but district double, I'm leaving. I was here at 3 a.m. I got called at the midnight call block. It's Tuesday the 29th, and yeah, they called me at midnight, and I'm heading out. I was at a 3 a.m. Show time and 2 hours in the shop, and here we are, trying to get out of Dallas before the traffic. It's what is it, Tuesday morning, so I know there won't be too bad traffic going out of the city, but either way, I mean, it's just good to get out of town before rush hour. But yeah, I'm covering an extra too. So like we normally have a bid that, like I said, that leaves at 4 p.m. every day. And that way that freight will be there in the morning when the city guys get there. But things seem to be kind of picking up. I don't know if a lot of you guys are drivers for other LTL companies, or just drivers in general, or just anybody that, you know, can kind of feel the effects. But man, it's been slow. I know I haven't made any videos. Shoot, I guess it's been like 3 or 4 months now since the last video. But man, things have been slow. And I'm not really sure, honestly. There's a lot of conspiracies, and I won't really try to harp on that too much. It's just been slow, man, and I'm not safe from it. I've been here 2 years, going on 3 now, and I've got, you know, a pretty decent spot on the board seniority wise, so I'm generally safe from slowdowns. Like last week, I had a 3,200 mile week, but man, I had to freaking take some crappy. Normally, you know, with the seniority I got, with the time that I've been here, I can generally, when freight's busy and things are running smooth, I can generally, you know, work days and take off weekends and be kind of safe rolling like that. But man, things have been so slow now. Even with seniority, if I wanted to work, man, I gotta nights, weekends again, just like it was when I was new. But I mean, it's still better than nothing. I say that, but we got guys sitting at the house, you know, struggling to get 1, 2, 3 runs a week, and we also got 5 guys laid off right now. So, you know, it's just hard times right now, but that's just the industry that we work in, LTL. You know, it's at the mercy of of, you know, the freight gods, I guess, if it's what you want to call it. But yeah, Dallas is usually pretty safe from layoffs, at least with ABF. The way that our freight network works here, generally is busy no matter what, you know, and other terminals might be slow, but Dallas usually seems to be, dang, GS, you're flying, dude, going like 75. But Dallas usually seems to be pretty safe. We laid off last time for COVID, and that was in what, 2020? I think they laid off five or so guys then, but the last layoff before COVID was 2007. So I mean, what do we really got going on? I mean, 2007 we were going into the recession, 2000, you know, the housing crash and everything, and then with COVID. But man, what's going on right now? I mean, what? I mean, it's the middle of the summer. It's supposed to be when freight's flying. But like I said, you know, you guys can, you know, give me your conspiracies down in the comments. But it seems like things have been picking up. Like today's a Tuesday, and Mondays and Tuesdays are always slow for line haul, at least with ABF, and usually on Mondays and Tuesdays they'll be in our slow days, and it's a slowdown too, as it is, so it's slow, double slow. And so like this time last week, 2 weeks ago, there'd be 20, 30 guys on our seniority board or our freight board waiting to get a phone call to come to work. And this week I got back on Sunday from what was that? I came back. I did a Birmingham. I left on Friday for Birmingham, and I went Birmingham to. I went Dallas to Birmingham, Birmingham to Memphis, Tennessee, and then Memphis, Tennessee, back to Dallas through Little Rock, and it took 3 days. But I got back Sunday, and then I sat all day Monday waiting for a phone call. So I mean, like I said, I'm not safe. You know, I still get. You know, I sit and wait too. But I worked on the weekend, so I did. So you know, made up for that. But anyways, no. Like today, I was like number 6 or something for on the board out of I think like 12 or 14 or so, waiting for a phone call on a Tuesday, which isn't bad. So Wednesday and Thursday they should get them out. Definitely by the weekend, everybody should be working. So hopefully that's a good sign. It's a good sign too that I'm running a district double extra. That means they've got freight going to these end of line terminals, and you know things, because normally when it's a slowdown and things are moving slow, then they're going to be struggling just to get the bid out, you know, get the freight to the bid driver that leaves at 4 p.m. every day. So if they're running the bid plus extra freight, then things are good. I think they're picking up. So hopefully in the next week or so, things should be starting to get back to normal the way they should be this time of year. But anyways, guys, I've been rambling long enough. We're here in the beautiful downtown Dallas. Guys taking their exit from the left lane, typical. And we're gonna get out here. I'm gonna take, I'm on 35 right now. I'm gonna actually focus on the road here. Man, when I first started driving, this part of the drive right here would screw me up, because I don't know if you guys know Dallas too well, but man, it's got like 2 or 3 exits, right? Like it's an exit on an exit, and you got to get it right, man, because I've taken wrong turns through here so many dang times. But no, this one, now that I've got it figured out, I got to freaking it's 30. I got to get on 30 and then stay on 30 to 80. And then 80 takes me over to 20. You know, the knee bone's connected to the, you know, shin bone, and you know, so on and so forth. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna quit rambling on here, and I'm gonna get out here on 20 heading towards Tyler, and I'll catch back up with y'all once we get there. All right, just like that, here we are, all set. Got in here to Tyler, no problem, no traffic. It's gonna be a different story going back into town, unfortunately, I am sure, because it is 6:30 now. Depending on what we got here, probably be rush hour getting back into into Dallas. Unfortunately, I'm dropping hook back in Dallas to go back down to Waco. I did not see a set of outbound trailers strung up. The handheld says we're doing empties to go back to Dallas, but we might be stringing them ourselves. We'll just have to see. I'm about to drop this set here and I'll pull around over by the office and pop it in there and see what they got going on. Yeah, kind of glad we were able to get here somewhat early at least. So there's a few guys that show up here, I think at either 6-ish, 6:30-ish, right around now. And, oop, better put this in yard move quick. Oh no. Hope it didn't go into drive. Let's see. I think I caught it before it did it. Freaking was on duty for post trip, and then you start moving like that, man, it'll freaking screw up your brake and everything, put you in drive. Always got to remember to do that. But anyways, hopefully these city guys here can get to these trailers and open them up and get that freight out. But yeah, I'm just gonna pop in here real quick and see what they got going on. Usually they keep empties over there, back over to the right over there where I just came from. They might not have any dollies though, I didn't even look. But anyways guys, I'm gonna find out what we're doing. I'll get back with y'all here in a second. Alrighty, so I just checked in with the supervisor here and we are indeed gonna be stringing some empties here. So I'm gonna go find me some prime candidates. What they usually do here in Tyler is they mark their empties with a little sheet of white paper in the light cord. So we should be able to find them pretty easily. Those are all like loaded trailers. See, there's a white piece of paper in that one right there, the Vanguard 572. All right, so that's one. It might be all we got. There's some dollies over there. Let's see if any of these. Looks like Hyundai right there might be an empty 570. Let's see, it looks like we got a good dolly right there too. Man, we're going with all new equipment now. I think that's what I'll do then. That Vanguard over there. Now to find out how I want to work this. We get paid by the pin now, so I think what I'll wind up doing, I probably could honestly use this Hyundai right here as my rear, and then put the dolly in front of that one, and then just bring that Vanguard over here. I don't really like this platform though. There's kind of like concrete right here. Looks like there used to be a scale or something right here, but it might throw me off a little bit. But we'll probably go ahead and try it, see how it goes. Go grab this dolly over here. Yeah, I do not mind the extra work at all. It is not, it's 82 degrees out right now, which some of y'all might think is a little warm, but man, that is a nice, cool, breezy morning compared to what it has been here, man. It's been over 100, 110 degrees almost every day. I'm gonna get a better line on this. I can't really see it. Blindsided up to it. I'm just gonna come at it. Drive. I'm gonna come at it sight side instead. But yeah, it's a nice cool morning right now compared to what it has been. It's nice out. That'll be good right there, close enough. Check the ABS on this thing before we grab it, because if it's no good, I'll swap to that one right there. This one's got brakes. Hopefully it's got a little air. Let's see. Yep, we're good. Little hack for you guys, if y'all didn't know, before you waste your time hooking something up, you can always check and see if it's working with that little trick right there. Our tractors have a light cord connector on it. Alright, so it seems like this is working. It's got a weird knob on it, but should work just fine. We could have... Oh, I guess it was already released. There it is. Good right there, not going too far. Before I even drop this dolly, I'm gonna pop back there and make sure this one's actually empty. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to. It's a swing door. It's a swing door and it's all the way backed up against another trailer. I have to just trust their markings. Almost. It was ugly, but almost got it. Oh, come on. There you go. See how that looks. Oh yeah. Oh well. I could probably stand to come a little bit over driver's side, just to be sure. It's easier to do it now than later. Let's try that. I think that's a little better. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I think I mentioned it a second ago, but we get paid by the pen now instead of hourly. Used to, when we'd have to do yard work like this, we get paid hourly. So, I mean, if it's freaking 112 degrees outside and you're out here stringing empties, take your sweet time, man. Take an hour, 2 hours to do it, so be it. But now that we get paid by the pen, it's a quarter hour for every pin. And I know that's kind of like, pin, what the hell are you talking about? The way that it was explained to me, seems the way that it's going, is one pin is, I'm gonna go check and make sure this is an empty. Grab my key. The way that it was explained to me was every time you have to raise and lower a set of landing gear, that is one pin. Okay, we're good. So far, I don't know why this has 2 padlocks on it. Oh, I guess I do know now this thing's bent. Oh, I'll write that up. Yeah, this one looks like it's brand new, but somebody already bent it somehow. Not lining up. This one's got new style, interesting dummies. We're gonna find out how those work together. But yeah, so every time you raise and lower a landing gear, that's one pin. So the way that it was explained to me, I thought that had something written on it. No, we're good. And the funny thing is too, they count the landing gears on the trailers, but not on the dollies. So that kind of robs us of a little time, but so today, for this, what would you call it? What would you call it? This endeavor, this situation that we're in today with the string and empties, we'll get a quarter hour, 15 minutes for dropping that set, 15 minutes for hooking this trailer here, and then I guess that's it, because I dropped the landing gear on that, and yeah, I guess it's just half an hour, so that kind of sucks. I'm definitely going to be here for longer than half an hour, but that's the way we voted it in. That's what the contract says. We got a huge raise on our mileage pay, but some of these other things are kind of questionable, you know. And I just thought about it too. It's actually going to be more than a half hour, because I'll have to raise the landing gear on that lower, on that that rear pup. So it'll be 45 minutes, 3/4 of an hour. Not too bad. I'm going to definitely go in and warm me up some breakfast sandwiches here. Try to kill as much time as possible so I can avoid that rush hour traffic going back into Dallas. Sorry, it's been kind of a while since the last video. Honestly, just kind of been slow on the videos, man. It's not because there's anything wrong or anything like that. It's just there's really not much to show, man. It's just kind of repetitive to just do the same thing. And I know you guys, some of you guys might like this kind of thing, man, just watching me do the same thing over and over again. But if it were me watching, man, I'd be kind of getting tired of just watching the same thing over and over again. Because, you know, the whole reason I started this channel was to kind of show what the job is like, not really talk about me or, you know, my life or anything, what's going on with me. So, you know, at a certain point, you guys have already seen what the job is like, so now you're just tuning into the videos to hear me talk. And, you know, I'm not, like, you know, I might have a lot of things going on, but I'm really not that interesting, guys. So I don't blame you if you know, you guys are, you know, all right, I got a good idea, I'm gonna head out. So, but I do appreciate you guys that do stick around, kind of listen to me ramble a little bit, watch me work, watch me sweat, kind of listen for I'm a little bit off center. I'm gonna try to get a little straighter. It also doesn't help that this is not a level surface, so my usual trick is to kind of line up the sides of the trailer where they're flush, but since we're on kind of like a wonky surface right now, I'm trying to look at the tires and line up the tires. That's another trick you can kind of use. Kind of listen for that clank of that pintle. There it is. Let's go take a look at that and see how it looks. I'm a little wonky here, so it might not be that good. Not too bad. It might be a little messy, but we'll make it work. Alrighty, I'll do that. Alright, should be good to back up now. Yeah, he's already over here grabbing these trailers, putting them in the dock. Got it. Doesn't have to look pretty, just has to work. I like these newer Hyundai trailers because the landing gear is like twice the speed as the older ones. How does this work? Oh, the bucket's down there. Yeah, these Vanguard trailers are pretty new, pretty snazzy. They got the little clearance lights that flicker with your hazard lights now, and I think no, these ones don't flash. We've got these Vanguards that are new, and we've got Opera buses too, and the Opera buses are weird. They're out of Mexico, I guess. They've got like a strobe light up there that flashes amber, but they've got turn signals on the side and everything now too, so kind of a weird setup, but whatever. Let's see if we got ABS. Oh, turned on for a second. Oh no. I think we got a loose connection here. Light cable's bad. See, watch when I jiggle it. Yeah, got a bad light cable. Well, every bump we hit probably gonna cause this thing to go off. I'll have to just write it up that it's got a bad cable. Alright. That's good. Let's double check the rear box. I couldn't even tell. Oh, it's up top, so I should be seeing it. I thought I heard it clicking a second ago. Oh yeah. It's this light cable is... I'll have to just write that up. It's gonna be flickering, I'm sure, the whole way back. I'm not gonna sit out here and wait for a mechanic though. Got plenty of mechanics in the shop in Dallas that can fix it. I'm actually gonna pull forward a few feet so I can walk behind that other pup, double check, make sure it's an empty, and whatever else I need to do. Yeah, it's already on in here in the tractor. Oh, there it went. Yeah. It's gonna be flickering the whole way back. That's great. Nice, it's open. Cool. Lock it up. Alrighty guys, well, I'm gonna go trigger my brakes here and I'm gonna finish my walk around, double check all the lights, check the tires and all that jazz. I'm gonna head inside, warm me up some breakfast sandwiches, and then we'll be hitting the road back to Dallas. Hopefully we miss some of the traffic, but probably not. Anyways, I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Real quick update, real quick. I know I said I was about to get back out on the road, but I wound up actually changing my plans just a little bit. My dilemma was either, after I got off the camera with y'all, was either to swap this gear out with another one, or this plan, which I'm about to show y'all. So what I wound up doing is I went in there to the shop, and the supervisor actually had in his little tool cabinet a spare light cord. So you can see now I'm shaking it and wiggling it, and it's not flickering anymore. It's good to go. If I actually unplug it and plug it back in, we get our self-check, and then I heard it on this one too. Earlier we weren't getting the light, so we're good now. That's all it was, guys, just the light cord. This, it's just something that I picked up on. I'm not, an expert by any means. It's just is what it is sometimes. The only thing that kind of sucks with this dolly is a newer one. They've got these light cords all integrated, and it like cuts through parts of the frame, and it's a pain in the butt. But I was able to just kind of zip tie this one, just temporarily run it through, and then plug it in to where the original one plugged in, and we're all good to go. And we still have tail lights and brake lights everywhere, so we're good. To be honest, this thing will probably get to Dallas and go right in the shop, and they'll probably rip this thing right back off and replace it properly. Or, more realistically, it'll probably roll for 100,000 miles just like that. So I guess we'll see, or maybe we won't, I don't know. But anyways, guys, now I'm gonna go inside, warm me up some breakfast sandwiches, kick my feet up, and wait for rush hour to be over. And then I'll catch up with y'all here in a little bit. sorry about that. I'm a little bit further down the road. I don't know if you guys recognize where I'm at. I'm just like right, literally down the road from the terminal. I just left 2 minutes ago, but I had the camera set up in time lapse. That's my favorite little goof up to do is start recording myself and accidentally do it in time lapse and lose it basically. But no, anyways, everything went good. We came in from Tyler and we kind of procrastinated, I guess, just the right amount to avoid having to deal with traffic on the way back into Dallas. We had a little bit, but not too bad. We got back into the terminal and everything went just fine. We got swapped out. Had to go into the shop with this set that I've got going down to Waco. It had a little bit of an air leak. I'm not really too sure. The mechanic that looked at it got into the weeds a little bit about it. He was saying it was a brake valve, I guess, that's over by somewhere near the brake chambers. This trailer back there, you guys can't see it, but it's an old Great Dane, probably like a 90s, 2000s model Great Dane trailer, and they've been sending them off to get refurbished. And they do a pretty good little detail on them whenever they get sent in. They put new tires on it, they put new hubs, they put new brakes, new brake chambers, they put that tire inflation system on them. So they do the full rundown on it, and new decals, new paint, all the works. And it's a pretty cool setup, but I guess that new brake valve might have some dirt in it. He was saying there might be some debris in there, and it just takes some time to get worked out. He said that every time I press the brakes, it'll probably get it just a little bit more cleaned out. So yeah, that's the gist of that. So he said it's all safe and good to go, and I didn't want to risk it. I just wanted him to look at it. It wasn't bad. It was just a little minor air leak. But I got hazmat in this trailer here, spontaneously combustible and dangerous when wet. So not too bad. But we're on the hazmat route going south on Loop 12 now. We're gonna go down to 20, and hopefully they've got that ramp back open. I know they had the ramp that went from 12 south to 20 east. The ramp was closed, so you had to go on 20 west, hit the first exit, and then do a U-turn and go east. So I hope that's not the case now, but you guys will probably find out here in a minute when I throw on the time lapse if it's still like that. But other than that, yeah, it's turning out to be a pretty decent week for me this week. I came back from Memphis on Sunday, and then Monday I was waiting on a phone call. Today we're doing this, about 450 miles. And then tomorrow, hopefully I get a good lay down, like an Albuquerque or something, and I'll come back on Thursday, and I'm gonna take the weekend off, 4-day, Friday through probably Monday. Monday's a paid holiday, so probably take it off and get the 8 hours holiday pay, come back to work on Tuesday. And yeah, that'll be my week. So it'll be a little bit of a light week, but last week I had a long week. So kind of, you know, if you guys know how the hours work, without we don't use 34-hour restarts here, so we have to rely on the hours we get back at rollover. So whenever you have a busy week that you're working a lot, usually the next week after that you're going to be hurting for hours. That's just generally how it works with the system. If you guys want me to elaborate on that a little bit more, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'd love to dive into it with you. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep rolling here down on Loop 12 South and get down to Waco, and I'll catch up with y'all once we get there. Alrighty, now here we are in Waco, and apologize for not doing time lapses, man. I'm honestly in the habit now of not making videos. It's been so long, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice. Making these videos is I'm not gonna say it's a pain in the ass, but it's definitely something you gotta kind of get used to, and I've been not doing it for so long that I forget to push the record button. But we're here in Waco now, got their freight down here to them. They can get it done with however they want to do it. And on the handheld, it doesn't show me having anything going back to Dallas. But that doesn't mean too much. They could put empties on me. It depends if they have anything. I'll just have to drop this here and go inside and see the supervisor on duty and see if he's got anything for me. There's definitely been times in the past where I've just bobtailed it back. Here I go again. Wow. Trying to screw up my brake. I mean, it shouldn't matter. I'm only an hour and a half away. These are just little short runs. Yeah, I'll just loop around here and poke my head in their office and see what they got for me, and if nothing else, we'll just be bobtailing back down to or back up to Dallas rather. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna pop in here, see what they want, and I'll be back with y'all here in a minute. Alrighty, well, I just checked in with the supervisor here, and we do not have any trailers that we are taking back to Dallas. But what we do have is a single dolly that they're sending me back with. This will be the second time that I've come out to Waco, and they've sent me back to Dallas with just a dolly. And here in a second, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what I think about that. Now, I got a dilemma here. This thing's kind of in the mud over here, and I don't want to get this tractor stuck. You know, these single axles get stuck in wet grass. Let me eyeball this for a second. That should be all right. I'll have at least one side over here in the dry. They got this mud and snow mode on here. I don't think it really does anything. I don't think this mud's too thick. Let's see how that's looking. Now, when it comes to towing these gears, I'm going to back up just a little bit further. It looks like straight back. When it comes to towing these gears, just solo, obviously we have the air connections on the back of the cab for a trailer, but we don't have air connections on the bumper. I'll show you here in a second. We got a connection here for the light cord, but no air lines. So, you know, the question is, all the towing police out there, guys that are real, you know, knowledgeable with the DOT laws and whatnots. I'd like to hear what y'all's opinion on this. Is one of those new dollies. It's freaking counterweighted. I'll show you guys a little something here in a second with this dolly. Ugh, gosh. So I know some companies have had counterweighted dollies for years. You know, it's nothing new. And for us it is. You know, for our dollies, hold on one second. This is an old one right here. This is one of the real old ones. No ABS. Well, this one might actually have ABS. Yeah, this one does. But there's a couple of these older ones like that last one down there on the end. old, no ABS, pre-96 or 91, whatever it is, and some of these other ones are 20 years old too. I mean, but they work just fine. And the way that they are set up is the axle is on the level with the fifth wheel, and that's pretty much the back of the dolly. You know, it ends. Goes a little bit over, but nothing crazy. Now with these, they're longer in the front, and then also in the back, they overhang by like, well, I don't even know, what is that, 3-4 feet? And the reason that they did this is because they're counterweighted for some reason. You know, honestly, maybe it makes it easier to move, but I mean, you guys saw me struggling with it there for a second. It was just trying to do a wheelie on me. So the problem we have with these is the pintle on the back of the 28-foot trailers, the pups, is low, about the same level as the frame of this tractor where this pintle is right here. So what happens is the dolly, it's not quite as bad here, but on the trailer it's really bad. The dolly will be doing a nosedive almost, and the ass end of it over here where the bumper is pokes up in the air. So whenever you string a set of trailers of pups, you'll hook this to your lead trailer and then back it under your rear box, and what happens is this bumper on this dolly hits the kingpin on the rear box, the rear trailer, whenever you're backing under it to latch it. Sorry about that, my camera cut off. It's hot out here, it's overheating. But anyways, now the kingpin will just hit this bumper here instead of going over it to latch into the fifth wheel. So what you have to do to fix that when you have these dollies is you have to back up to your rear trailer, crank up the landing gear on a loaded box. You have to crank it up so the fifth wheel, the shank, will clear the bumper. Then you have to lower it back down. That way it'll go into the fifth wheel properly. So, you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but that just seems a little wrong to me. But hey, that's above my pay grade. So what we're gonna have to do here is gonna be a little janky. Last time I had to jerry-rig this crap to be able to run it. I might have to do the same thing again this time. I want to be able to turn, obviously, but I don't want those to like drag the ground. I might have to throw a zip tie. That's a lot of weight on that cord, though. I'll probably go off camera and figure some solution out. The question I wanted to ask you guys is, and I think I already know the answer, but I want to hear what you have to say. On this is an axle now. Now that it's attached to my tractor, and I'm going to be going down the highway with it, this is a, you know, a rated axle on my gross vehicle weight rating and everything. It's a combination. So I don't know how DOT would feel about this axle not having brakes. So, you know, you guys let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. But obviously I don't have connections here, and you know, those up there won't reach back here, and if they were, I mean, I couldn't do that. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, and I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say, because this is something that's kind of common practice, and you know, I just don't know. So but anyways, guys, I'm gonna try to figure out a way off camera to rig this up, and that way they're not just completely screwed up. And beyond that, I'm gonna get rolling back down to Dallas, and I'll catch up with y'all here in a little bit. Alrighty guys, well that's going to be a wrap for today. Just made it back into Dallas here and we made pretty good time. It's only 3 o'clock. I would have been here probably 1 o'clock, noon, if everything would have gone to schedule, but that's alright. I don't mind getting paid a little bit more to be hanging around a little bit longer, so that's what we're here for. So anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything you'd like to ask to be in a future Q&A video, make sure you guys post it down in the comments below and let me know. And lastly but not least, if you guys are liking the type of stuff I'm doing, type of content I'm posting, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. It's free to you and it means a lot to me. So with all that being said guys, I'll catch you in the next one.